Hey, good evening. Welcome to my channel. Today is February 10th, 2017, and it's approaching 7 p.m. I am going to make my own soil blend. I've been having a strong desire to plant. I have a lot of plants in my apartment. I live in New York City, and I know it's winter, but I still have this desire to grow plants. And you know, this is going to be even more bizarre. I want to plant watermelon seeds. Yep. It's like a contest to myself, a challenge to myself to do the impossible. But the first thing that I want to do, as I said, I need to make some soil. And for about a week, I've been getting my supplies to make my soil. I want to show you how I make my soil. This is actually the first time that I'm actually making my soil blend. And I'd like to show you in the process, and later on in the video, I want to show you how I plant my seeds and everything, so you're all a part of it. And I want to cover the progress of doing the soil and my plants and its sprouting and all that. Okay, so what I've done so far, okay, this here, okay, this here is, I hope you can see it. This here is what's called cocoa cure, something like that. And it comes dry. I'll show you what it looks like. Comes in a big block like this. Sorry. See that? And I cut it in quarters. But it's one big block. It's about 11 pounds. You know, it's completely dry. It's made out of the husk of coconut shell. And what you do, you add water to it. And this is the brand name that I use. It's called Coconut Core, okay? And it's by Viagrow. It took about maybe 10 minutes, okay? I used just like a block. It was about a 6 by 6 cubic block. You know, I cut it in 1/4 piece. And it looks, see that? See that? All that made, let's see here. So all that made, that one little block, like half the block that I showed you, it made all this when you add water. I only put in like 1 gallon of water. It would have been required for me to put actually 2 gallons of water. But I only put 1 gallon to just see how it hydrated. And it did it perfectly. It's very grainy. And the reason why I'm using this is because it's like, you know, with some soils, potting soils, you add water, you know, you go to the store, get some potting soil, you add water to your plant, and then it dries out like a block, and everything pulls in to the center, you know, and it's hard to really hydrate. That's because it has nothing to, like, it doesn't have any sand or any particles in it, and so it's solid. So you need something like fiber. You want it to add bulk, and you want your soil to be crumbly. And here it's very crumbly, just using the coconut core. Some people just use this coconut core as the only component to their soil, but I'm going to be adding other stuff. So I used a 1/4 block of the coconut core. I'm going to add some of this in my soil. This is it's called Mega Mend Natural Minerals, and it has all different types of minerals to be added in the soil. So I'm going to add a little bit of that. I'm going to add a little bit of sand, this thing here. Sand will add more drainage to it, and sand has minerals in it also. I have a light color sand, excuse me. And then I have a dark color sand. So each of these is going to add drainage to the soil. And this is called soil cover black sand. Okay. Okay, and this is a 5-pound bag, just like the light color sand that I showed you. And then I have what's called, okay, this is organic approved earthworm castings, okay? And it says perfect for all plants of all kinds. Okay, it's these numbers here. I know the 1.5 refers to, I think it's potassium. Okay, and one of these, one is potassium, magnesium, and no, oh, I'm sorry. The first one is nitrogen. I'm sorry. This number here, nitrogen, and one of these two is potassium and I think magnesium. I have to check that out, but I know it's one of those components which is essential for plant growth, okay? So I'm going to add a bit of this also. Oh, this is vermiculite. Vermiculite, also, as it says here, it increases water and nutrient holding in soil. And so I'm going to add just a little bit of that, okay? So, I'm going to show you what it looks like when I combine all the ingredients. Okay? So take care. Bye-bye. Okay, so this was the container I used. And I'm going to dump it on the floor. Okay. And I'm using an old shower curtain. It's on my floor, wooden floor. Okay. The next thing I'm going to use is this product here. Okay, this is it's organic earthworm castings. Okay, you use it for your garden. Now I want to do an organic gardening. So everything, as far as I know, is organic. That's what I want, okay? So that's what that looks like. So I'm going to get this, the full bag, and dump the whole containers in here. Sorry guys, I'm just going back and forth with this. So let me open up this bag. I'm trying to work very neat, so it's a easy cleanup. So I'm going to put the whole contents on top of the cocoa core, okay? And this is very, very black. Look at that. It's very black. Worm castings is actually worm poop. And it's so micronutrient, and it has, I think, what do you call like bacteria in it. Okay. And it also has nitrogen in it too. Okay. 1.5. Okay, that first number represents nitrogen. I forget what the other two. I think it's like potassium. Something. I'll check it out for you. So I pour, and it's organic too, as I mentioned, and I pour it on top. So it's like equal parts of the cocoa core, equal portion of this earthworm castings. Okay. The next thing I'm going to use, this is heavy. This is a mineral. These are minerals. Okay. It reads Mega Men Natural Minerals. Okay. It has trace minerals to replace your soil. Okay. Now, again, I'm new at all this, and I'm just going to use a few handfuls. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. Okay, it's like a lighter brown. It feels like dirt. So they probably like some type of like rocks, and they broke it, broke it into little pieces, and almost in a powder form. And I'm just going to use a few handfuls, maybe 4 handfuls, and add it to the soil that I'm making. Like when you eat food like vegetables and stuff has minerals in it. The plant gets its minerals from the soil, but you have like a lot of soil is getting depleted now in the world. And so the amount of nutrients that are in the foods that you eat is minimal. It's not as strong as in the past. So now with the organic gardener or the conscientious gardener has to add nutrients into the soil. I have here, okay, this is as it says, because I really want to show you guys what I'm using. And again, this is the first time I'm ever using these products. Okay, I ordered all these things so far from Home Depot. Okay, this is premium all-purpose potting soil. Okay, great for use in all baskets, pots, containers, that's what I'm going to use, and garden beds. It feeds plants up to 6 months, etc. Okay. Now I'm going to add equal parts of this potting soil to the soil I'm already using. So what I'm going to do now is pour equal parts of this potting soil, and this is what it looks like. They have what looks like vermiculite also in it. So I'm going to put equal parts of this potting soil into my batch here. Oh, I have other ingredients. Okay, this is vermiculite. I'm adding this to it. It's called Vigoro vermiculite. This is a natural product, I believe, okay? And it says that it increases water and nutrient holding in soils. It's very lightweight. Let me show you. It looks like it's little particles. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to add that also to my soil. Okay? Now, even though the potting soil that I showed you already has some, but I'm still going to add it to compensate for that portion of the different types of soils and components that didn't have it. So I'm compensating for that too. Because this soil has to be able to hold a lot of water. And also it adds air in it. I want the soil to be very crumbly. It's not too matte. A lot of soils that you just get straight potting soil without vermiculite, this thing. Your soil, when it dehydrates, it'll be hard like a rock, and you don't want that. And watermelon seeds requires very loose, very, very loose soil. So I added maybe 2 cups of the vermiculite, this thing here, okay? I feel like doing, I want my soil to be as rich as possible. This is black sand. This will also add to the drainage of the potting soil, and sand has nutrients in it as well. So I'm going to add just a little bit of this black soil, and then I have a same type of potting soil, but a light color, light one. So I figure the components of this is going to be added to this soil as well. It's going to be very enriched. So now, you're going to see me bend down, okay? And now I'm going to mix it with my hands, okay? Yes, this is really like being a real urban gardener, and I just feel very compelled to do this. It's very therapeutic. New York City could be very intense, and so my doing this, I think it's going to take out a lot of stress. Today was a stressful day for me, but now really getting into this, it feels good actually. New York City used to be a good place to get food, but now the quality of the food it's not like what it used to be. What I'm doing, I'm just aiding in the mixing of the soil. What I'm going to be potting today are two types of watermelon seeds. Yeah, one is a red, the typical red colored watermelon. And yeah, they said each melon could weigh up to 35 pounds. So it has to have a lot of water and a lot of nutrients and a lot of sun. So I did buy a grow light, but I think I need to get another one. Yeah, because I'm using the grow light right now. I put it on a stand. I'll probably show you what that looks like. What I bought. I bought that at B&H. It's an electronics store on 34th Street in Manhattan on 9th Avenue. Really, they have excellent customer service. They're really a nice bunch of people. They seem very professional, most of the people there. And it's a pleasure going there. And you can have your dog with you too. Well, one dog, if you have one dog, and hold them, they don't mind that. And I'm also testing myself to see, to try to do the impossible. I'm getting out all the clumps. This product is great. It feels so nice. Hey guys, hi again. In this part of the video, I want to demonstrate how I make these tubes to water your plants. I went to Home Depot. This is a PVC pipe. You can get this in any hardware store, and it was just $1 something. And this one is about an inch. Let me see. Let's see here. 3/4 inch PVC. Okay, that's the thickness. It's just a tube. And what I'm going to do, and I started doing already, I'm going to drill holes in it. I started doing some already. That's one there. Two there. So I'm going to fill up half of this tube with holes. And what I'm ultimately going to do is that I'm going to put it in the pot, and cover it with soil and have the holes underneath. And I might put a plug on the bottom end. And then on the top end, that's going to be above the soil, I'm going to put a funnel and feed my plant that way, so that the water goes directly towards the roots. A lot of times the problem with feeding plants, and this is going to be indoor plants, and the problem a lot of times is that the roots don't get water. And so it's dependent on plants that they get their nutrients quickly and easily so they can get fed and then they can grow. So all my water feedings, or if I use liquid fertilizer, is going to go down the tube and go directly into the roots. I want to demonstrate. I have to try to multitask here, but I have a drill. Let me show you here. Okay, I have this drill. It's a Dremel. You can got this also at Home Depot, and it's very gentle on the hands. It's not like something I use for construction. It's like, little crafts, arts and crafts projects. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill into the tube, okay, on this table. And since I don't have anything to hold this camera, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what it looks like. But this is how you turn it on, okay? You just go like that. one warning is that I have you wear your glasses. This is goggles. Okay, it's a hard plastic, and I have this mask here, and this is to protect my mouth and my nose from any particles that might shoot out, you know, with the drilling, because we have to play it safe. So once they're all done, I have several tubes that I have to do, and it should go quickly. So I'm going to show you in the next video what it looks like when it's done. So this is how you put the mask on. You have it, the string in the back of the head, and make sure that you have an even seal. Okay, so your eyes are protected and your nose and mouth. So I'm going to show you how it looks after I'm done. Hey guys, I'm back. Well, I finished the pipes, the PVC pipes, and as you see here, I did a lot of holes in them, just halfway, because only the bottom half, the first half of it, of the pipe, is going to be submerged in the soil. I try to do like more holes when you go further down the tube, and then as you go up it's supposed to be less, you know, the holes are more spaced out, so it's to promote more water down to the roots. And I did 4 of these sticks. And here's the other tube. Okay, so just half of it is done. It was real quick to do it too, because the PVC pipe is soft enough. I mean, it's hard, but it's soft enough for the drill. Now this is my container. I also got this at Home Depot. It's plastic. And I'm going to have 2 of these sticks, these PVC pipes, inside the pot. So this is the pot. It's hard to maneuver the camera. And it's going to be inside. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pour some dirt in the pot. Okay? And I'm going to show you what it looks like after it's done. Also, I have to add that, where's that thing? Okay, see this? This comes from a sponge, a regular sponge. I don't think I ever used it. And I cut the sponge in 4 little pieces. And like I said, with this tube, it's going to be used to pour water in, and it's going to stick vertically in the water, in the soil. And I'm going to pour water on the other end, on this end. But as the water goes down, you know, I don't want it to just hit, you know, when you pour the water, it's just going to go straight down because of gravity. But I want to slow it down, the speed of the water. So I'm going to use this as a plug to plug it in the base of the tube. Let me show you. So this is a tube, and the sponge is a clean sponge. I'm going to pinch it to try to fold it in half, and then insert it just like that. Okay, so that's one, and then let me get the other one. I hope this works. See, I've never personally done this before, but I got some of these ideas from YouTube. This lady was, I think it was a lady. Someone did something with using these PVCs, and she put holes in it. And I said, that sounds like a good idea. She even used what you call like a milk carton, the plastic one, and put holes in it, and put the whole carton inside the bucket, the pot. And then filled it up with water, and she had the dirt in it, and it was to water the plants. I said, wow. So I said, hey, let me do something like that, but just use the PVC pipe. So I plugged it up, and I'm going to fill it up with dirt. So I'm taking this dirt and put this here. So hope you see what I'm doing. So I'm adding dirt. I'm showing you this because I want to inspire people to learn how to do things with their hands. I find that that it builds confidence, because I need to build confidence. I want to feel that I can do things, and that I like to share. I want to share with my YouTube viewers and subscribers that they can do things too. And I also, I majored in nutrition in college. And you find in New York City, a lot of people, they have diabetes and they have hypertension, a lot of sickness. And a lot of foods, a lot of eating habits, I should say, can influence your health. So I find that people learn how to cook their food. Okay, I'm lifting up the sticks, trying to maneuver them. See that? That's how they're standing. So I got to finish it up. I find that the health of many New Yorkers and Americans in general, it's not that good. And so I believe that if you start learning how to grow your own food and be more conscious of what you eat, you're going to start making good choices, health choices. And this, doing what I'm doing is also exercise. I had to carry these products and it was heavy. Yeah. So I think that to show people how to do things, they're going to be appreciative about the foods. And the other thing is, I don't think I ever eaten anything that I grew. Everything, I was one of those type of people that if it doesn't come from the supermarket, it's poison. And we used to have a peach tree when I was a little girl. And I was afraid to eat the fruit. Isn't that silly? But I'll eat anything that comes from a supermarket. And a lot of the things in the supermarket, it may not be good for you. You don't know how they're preparing that food. And I've been eating, like I had some watermelon, and the watermelon didn't have any flavor. None. It tasted awful. That's also what I was meaning to say. New York is developing at least they're sending to the markets poor quality food. And it's getting expensive. Food is expensive. So I figure if it's going to be expensive, at least the quality of the food should be good. So what I'm doing now, I'm pressing down in the center of each tube to make it taut, to add pressure to it so it won't move around, making it stiff. So when I do add water to it, the sticks aren't going to fall over. So it needs support. So by pressing down around the tube, it's going to give it some support so that the sticks will stay up. So that's all that I'm doing here. Filling up, pressing down to making it more taut. So that's number 2. So this is what it looks like at a distance. That's one. And you see the sticks sticking up? And this is the second one. Okay. And I'm going to put my seed in there. So let me show you. These are the seeds that I'm using. These are the watermelon seeds. And it's by Sustainable Seed Company. I got it online. I've never used them before. First one, so that it's called Black Diamond Yellow Belly Watermelon. It takes about 90 days, and they give instructions on how to plant it. It's like 1 inch deep. And this is the picture again. And the second one, this one is a golden one, golden color. They don't give a photograph of it, but it's yellow. So I'm going to open up the seeds. So that's what it looks like. Hope you can see it. And lift it up. I want you to see me put the soil, put the seed in there. Okay. Boom. That's 1 inch, and cover it up. And now the second one. Oh, this one, the seed is almost black in color. I want you to see me putting it in there. So it's a little hole. Drop it in the hole and cover it up. I'm going to add some water. Some water in the sink. Okay. So this one is the yellow. I'm going to mark it too. I'm going to put a label on it. Just add a little bit of water in it. So I'm not using the tube right now because it's no roots in it. Oh, so that's that. But you know what else? There's another plant that I want to grow too, that I'm going to grow in here. This is another container, and I had put in some dirt. I have to make, use the remaining soil that I've just made. And this, I'm going to use what's called amaranth. Let me show you what that looks like. Also by the same company, I'm going to grow this, amaranth. The little baby seeds, you can eat the seeds, you cook it like rice. And it's a red bushy plant. And you eat it like spinach. And it's very rich in nutrients. So I'm going to do this too. I'm going to sprinkle in that little container that you see there. Little baby seeds. I'm going to show you what these seeds look like. See that? It looks like pepper, little, like someone put pepper, ground pepper in your hands, but those are what the seeds look like. So I'm just going to add the remaining soil to this here. And this I want to put on my windowsill. And this is called the Midnight Red Amaranth. So you can look at it online, what it looks like. So because it's so tiny, it's like thousands of seeds. I'm just going to literally just sprinkle right on top with my hand though. Just like that. Kind of use my hands to like rustle around. Sprinkle just a little bit of dirt on it. Because the seeds are so micro small. I've never seen seeds this small before. And again, this is the first time I'm growing this as well. I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of water on it. Because again, the soil is moist already. Because I had added water when I was making the cocoa core. This is just to keep some moisture in there. Just trying to sprinkle on top. And the last thing I'll do is I'm going to put a saran wrap on top. Here, just use plastic wrap. Okay, many of you see plastic wrap used in your kitchen. And this is to hold the moisture. Okay. You know, I thought it was going to cling. It's like it's clinging to itself, but not to the pot. That's okay. So the main thing I'm really trying to accomplish here is just to keep the soil moist. In this here, I did this bucket. I want to put this saran wrap on the bucket. Let me show you what I've done so far. Okay. Ta-da! So this is just to hold moisture in, because I don't want the dirt, excuse me, the soil. I can't call this dirt. This is soil, rich soil. So that's just to hold some of the moisture in. And if this doesn't work, if it gets too dry, I'm just going to put a plastic bag over it. So that's what I'm doing. So this is done. And I'll get the second one, the second container later. Okay, I'll do that one next. So I know this has been a very long video, and it was all over the place, but it's all good. So I want to show you, as time goes on, my progress. So I planted the 2 watermelon seeds and the ameranth. So let me know what you think, and if you want to add information, you can just comment below. You can ask me questions regarding the products that I'm using, or anything, or let's say if you want to share what you're doing in your urban garden, in your apartment in the city. So take care, and yes, you could subscribe to my channel and give me the thumbs up. So, you can give me the green thumbs up, okay? So take care, guys.